Hello the cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on every days. Trent explains costly miss versus Arsenal, but admits, I need to score. After missing a chance to give Liverpool the victory over Arsenal, Trent Alexander-Arnold's body language said it all. He understood that the shot needed to be blocked. In a 5-on-2, you were just waiting for the net to welcome the ball at the cop end when Mo Salah countered, and all of a sudden the Reds were racing for the goal. With 15 minutes remaining, Alexander-Arnold instead struck the crossbar from close range, which proved to be Liverpool's last significant opportunity of the game. The right-back immediately put his head in his hands at full time, and in his Sky Sports interview, his response to an expected question told it all. When the opportunity was mentioned, the vice-captain grinned wryly and looked resigned. Despite feeling like the ball was sitting on top of him, he knows he has to finish these chances. Alexander-Arnold clarified, "It bobbled just as I'm going to hit it, it's one of them I need to score. I don't find myself in that situation very often, but when you're on goal like that, you really should be finding the back of the net. Although it was tight, I believe that as a team we generated our opportunities and would have made some better decisions on another day." He is clearly referring to the ruling of Martin Odegaard's handball, which went unpunished on the field and by VAR, who has subsequently offered a puzzling justification for rejecting the penalty calls. The number 66 commented, "From a Liverpool perspective, that's bound to be a handball from our point of view. For whatever reason, the decision didn't go our way, and if we put it away, that probably earns us another goal and puts us back in the game. We view it as a penalty from our perspective, but the decisions didn't go our way." Jurgen Klopp shares what Luis Diaz said to him about his injury against Arsenal. An update on Luis Diaz's injury sustained tonight for Liverpool has been provided by Jurgen Klopp. In the second half of tonight's 1-1 match, Diaz collided with Arsenal winger Bukayo Saka and went down in some agony. Following a lackluster performance, it appeared like the Colombian would be replaced nevertheless. Klopp provided an update on Lucho's situation to LiverpoolF.com following the game. The manager stated, "He's in pain, it was knee on knee, and we wanted to change twice at that point before Lucho passed out. We originally intended to wait to see if Lucho needed to be taken off at first, but we ultimately changed all three as we could no longer wait for Lucho to be as he is. We play in 3 days, and you never know how quickly the recovery is, so we'll have to wait and see." Lucho informed me there was little pain, and the physios weren't too concerned. "I'm not sure." Diaz disappoints again. Diaz must find Arsenal repulsive. Last year, the 26-year-old experienced a serious knee injury versus the Gunners. Thomas Partey took Diaz out, ruining his season, and he hasn't looked like the same player since. Losing the former Porto player was a major setback for Liverpool at the time. He appeared to be a dynamic contributor and had a strong start to the season. Unfortunately, though, if Diaz is to miss some time, Reds fans won't even notice his absence this time around. Only one goal has been scored by the Colombian international in his last 15 Premier League games. That is by no means adequate. But the problem goes beyond a lack of objectives. Additionally, Diaz has not recorded an assist for the entire season. He doesn't appear dangerous too often during games and doesn't seem like he can make a difference. Diaz simply hasn't followed through on his appearance of being ready to go around a month ago. Not at all. That being said, Liverpool won't want to lose another attacker with Diogo Jota also sidelined for the time being. Whether Diaz proves to be ineffective or not, there is always hope that things will soon get better. If he's not on the field, he can't accomplish it. Let's hope he's alright. Too often, Jamie Carragher wasn't best pleased with Liverpool duo who lost the ball 21 times. During Saturday night's 1-1 tie between Liverpool and Arsenal, Jamie Carragher made disparaging remarks about two of his teammates. On the half-hour mark, Mo Salah scored an incredible goal to level the score, solidifying his legend status even more. However, on a dismal evening for both forwards, Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz were unable to make much progress. The former Reds defender lamented the lack of skill from the Dutchman and Colombian in his match commentary for Sky Sports, via Rousing the Cop, saying, "Aside from Sully's finish, the front three for Liverpool have been really poor. Sulla has a flash of pure genius, but the last pass or finish has been lacking much too frequently, and the front three are in perilous positions. Primarily Diaz and Gakpo. The midfield has been effectively recovering possession of the ball. They were let down by that quality in the last third. When it has been turned over, they have had genuine opportunity. Unfortunately for Liverpool, until they were both substituted halfway through the second half, neither Diaz nor Gakpo had much of an effect on the game." According to SofaScore, in his 68 minutes on the field before leaving with an injury, the Colombian lost the ball 11 times, lost 5 of his 7 duels, completed only 10 passes, and failed to attempt a goal. As for the Dutchman, who failed to build on his goal-scoring performance against West Ham in midweek, he lost the ball twice as often, 10 times, as he completed passes, 5 times. He also failed to register a single shot. Both attackers have performed far better for Liverpool than what they displayed tonight, and perhaps they will soon return to the caliber of play that we know they are capable of. Let's hope that Diaz's injury, which caused him to leave, isn't too serious. Jurgen Klopp bemused by weird situation as Liverpool are denied penalty against Arsenal. The first half of Liverpool's 1-1 draw with Arsenal at Anfield ended with a handball by Martin Odegaard, which left manager Jurgen Klopp perplexed as to why his team was not awarded a penalty. Referee Chris Kavanagh was found not to have committed a glaringly obvious mistake when he did not penalise the Gunners' captain for letting Mohamed Salah pass him due to his low hand. The penalty situation is a weird situation. I don't know if the ref can see it, but you look at it and I'm not sure how you can say it's not a penalty, Klopp said in opposition to BBC Sport. The manager of Liverpool said, "I didn't see it in the game, I saw it after. And I think we all agree it was handball," during his post-match press conference. However, I always wait to find out the truth until Mr. Dermot Gallagher clarifies it in his capacity as a TV analyst the following day. He'll figure out a way to tell me why that wasn't a handball. It looks like a handball to me. I'm not sure if that would have affected the outcome. Sulla's incredible strike negated Gabriel's early header to secure a draw and move the two sides to the top and second positions in the table at Christmas. Even though Klopp's team earned the point, it wasn't without a price. Kostas Tsimikas, filling in for Andy Robertson, who hasn't played since October due to a dislocated shoulder, broke his collarbone in a collision that also knocked out his manager after Saka shoved him. Klopp expressed optimism that Luis Diaz's knee injury would just be minor. "The problem I had in that moment was thinking, okay, I am fine, so I was assuming that Kostas was fine as well and he's actually obviously not fine," Klopp said. "At the very least, his collarbone is fractured. It's quite detrimental to us. I am unable to comment on it, the Saka challenge. That is for you to judge, not for me." Mikel Arteta, who was a member of the last Arsenal team to win a league game at Anfield in September 2012, is optimistic that his team's experience competing for the title the previous season would help them maintain their position atop the standings on Christmas Day. That will be especially crucial because the Gunners were involved in 3 of the previous 6 instances when a side that finished first on December 25 did not go on to win the league. They undoubtedly have greater experience. He remarked, "What they did today in this stadium, on this field, and with the atmosphere they produced, that was something else. We should be really proud of our players for their bravery and maturity, in my opinion. We have first-hand experience with our current situation. We should be quite pleased because it demonstrates a great deal of consistency for this new team to top the world's greatest league for 2 years in a row. However, it is all. In the Premier League and the Champions League, we are currently where we want to be. There are definitely areas where we need to improve, particularly with regards to killing games. Some of the games are too close considering our level of domination. Hello the cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on everydays.